Hi, I'm Candy from Candy's Cupcakes and I'm going to show you how I create a pug cupcake. You will need pale brown fondant, very dark brown fondant, black fondant, small amounts of white fondant, a non-stick rolling pin, a circle cutter, a square cutter of similar size, a half dome shape, this one's polystyrene but you can get them in sponge, a balling tool, your hook tool, clean water with a clean paintbrush and a nozzle, and this is just to show the type of colouring that I use. First of all, dust your work surface with a little bit of icing sugar. Oops, probably a bit too much there. Then take your pale brown fondant and you want to roll that out to around about a £1 coin's thickness. Now we're going to be using a circle cutter that's slightly bigger than a regular cupcake, because for this one I'm going to create a dome topper. You can create a flat version of this pug cake, so just use a smaller circle cutter than what I'm using and obviously just leave it flat. If you take your dome and then position your circle on top, then gently using the palm of your hand go around and just make sure that it's even. Oops. Yeah, you don't want to press it down too hard, otherwise it'll get stuck. And if we just put that to one side for now and move this out of the way as well, then taking your dark fondant, the reason why I had black was because I had to use the brown colouring and also a little bit of black just to really get it dark. Okay, and then with this one, again, we're going to roll out another circle. This one can be slightly thinner because it's going to be used as the decoration on top. You don't want too much fondant, it doesn't taste very nice. Okay, so then with your square cutter, you then want to cut out from about the centre, I'd say. Press down, give it a little wiggle to make sure you get a nice clean edge. Okay, and then at the bottom, just pinch off a little bit with the corner. You see? Move that out of the way. And then this is going to create the mouth of your pug, and then you want to do the ears. So again, using this circle because it'll line flush up with the circle you've just created on your dome, then you want to cut off one ear, and then if you like, to make sure that they're both the same, pop it back on top and line it up with the edge, and then use your cutter again and create your second ear. Okay, now what you want to do is use your clean water and use this as a glue, and you want to just add a little bit of glue water onto the top of here, and then position the mouth of your pug at the bottom there. Okay, now using your nozzle, the reason why you need this nozzle is because it's the perfect shape at this side and it's nice and sharp. So using the nozzle, if you want to create like a bit of a down sad mouth, which is kind of how a pug looks, and also the nose. Okay, and then if you take your balling tool, the smallest end, and then you want to create some nostrils. It's quite hard doing this upside down. Okay, and using this little hook, it's got a nice little spike on it, you can then add the little line in between the mouth and the nose, and then add some little whisker holes. Using this as well, because it's nice and it's got a nice ridge to it, you can also add some kind of frown lines to the top. So the position of these, it's quite hard upside down, let's turn it round. So you want to do like a little, there we go, don't know if you can see. Just add a couple, whatever you think. And it just gives it a bit of ruffles, a little frown effect for the pug. All right, and then to the top of that, you then want to add your ears. So again, add a little bit of water and then add your ears on. And if you just stick down the far edge so that it's slightly lifted so it looks like a little ear, you don't want it stuck all the way down. It's starting to look a little bit like a pug, I think, there. Okay, now if you take a little bit more of the very dark colour and you want to make some eyes, so again, the little nozzle that we had before is the perfect size for some nice big brown eyes. So just give it a little jig, knock it out, and then do it again. Okay, and then using your water again, just dab a little bit on and add them. Okay, now the final bit is to make the kind of, you know, rolls around the nose, very stereotypical of a pug. So for this, take the light brown again, and then if you've got a fondant smoother, it's quite handy for rolling out like a perfect sausage shape. But if you haven't, it doesn't matter, you can just roll it in between your hands. But if you have, just gently roll it and it'll create an even sausage shape for you. Now you want this to be quite thin, really. Again, you don't want too much fondant on there. So about that size. And then if you add a little bit more water, again, not too much, you don't want to drown it. Add it all the way around the arch there. And then if you can position this over so it kind of overlaps a little bit. Doesn't matter if it goes over the eyes because their eyes are quite hidden anyway. And then press that down. And then you can use your little tool again just to cut away the excess. And also create a little bit more of a fold. So gently give a little bit of an indentation all the way around. Again, if you want to add a few more little marks to it. There we go. And then last but not least, if you take a little bit of white fondant, just to finish off the eyes, you can then add a little bit of a glint in its eye, and also a little bit left over this, just make a tiny little sausage shape again. And add that to the top just to create a little fold over its eyes and stick that down. Like that. And there you have your Pug Cupcake.